Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to
TNT
with Mike and Jazz, Topics and Togetherness. And if you have joined us for our last series, for our new series, we are working on godly relationships, and we are following it from this book right here. Boom. Called The Love Dare. So if you want to follow along, we suggest you get this book. All couples, even if you're single, if you just want to learn about having a godly relationship, we definitely suggest this book. And hopefully you guys stay with us. It's going to be a 40-day journey, and we're going to be doing each one. Do you want to tell them what last week's, what we were talking about in the dare real quick?
So last week was, don't say anything negative to your spouse.
Don't say anything negative to your spouse. And it was talking about love is patient. So how do you think, we'll just talk about ourselves. How do you think you did with that? Or no, tell me, how do you think I did with that after the...
Oh, yeah, we was good.
I think we did a great job, too. I think we did a really good...
24 hours, man.
Yeah, it's been 24 hours.
24 hours.
We'll see what happens in a couple days.
See what the week does real quick.
Yeah, we'll see what happens in a couple days. But I want to say, I was looking at the last video and I was just so impatient. We were talking about patience. And I'm like, I'm so, babe, I was very sorry about that. That's something that I'm working on. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. We're trying to get quicker, trying to get into those videos. So you are here joining us, learning about godly relationships and the love dare. So day 2, what are we talking about, babe?
Love is kind.
Oh, love is kind. Nice.
So this comes from Ephesians as well. 4th chapter, 32nd verse.
Right.
It says, be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving each other, just as God in Christ also has forgiven you.
Oh, forgiveness. That's a big one. That's a big one that you're definitely going to need in your marriage. You got to learn how to forgive. You got to learn how to let go. Got to learn how to do that. Nice. All right. We're going to keep on going into the description and different things that they're talking about. So that's what we're going to read right now.
All right. So the very first sentence is, kindness is love in action.
Woo! Kindness is love in action, y'all. That's amazing. That's beautiful.
If patience is how love reacts in order to minimize a negative circumstance, kindness is how love acts to maximize a positive circumstance.
Wow.
Patience avoids problem. Kindness creates a blessing. One is preventative, the other proactive. These two sides of love are the cornerstones on which many of the other attributes we will discuss are built.
Wow. So, babe, what do you feel about kindness? That's something that's really important in a relationship, to be kind to one another, I'm sure.
Yeah. Kind of supposed to be, it's just like it says,
Love in action.
Yeah, love in action.
Yeah, kindness.
It's not too hard to be kind.
Perfect. That's right. It isn't too hard to be kind. We can do it, especially with God's help. We can definitely do it. It doesn't come so natural for some people, but that's all right. You can still do it. It says, love makes you kind. I like that. Love makes you kind. And kindness makes you likable. That's a word right there. Because it really does. Like, have you ever been around somebody that just ain't nice? That everything is negative. Everything, they got something to say about everything. You like, I'm just going to go over here. Because I don't feel good being around you. You want to be that person that feels good being around. So it says, when you're kind, people want to be around you. Yup. It says they see you as being good to them and good for them. That's right. The Bible keys in on the importance of kindness. It says, do not let kindness and truth leave you. Bind them around your neck, write them on the tablet of your heart, so you will find favor and good repute in the sight of God and man. Wow. And that's Proverbs 3 and 4. It says, kind people simply find favor wherever they go, even at home. But kindness can feel a little generic when you try defining it, much less living it. So let's break down kindness into 4 core ingredients. So these 4 core ingredients are very important, and we're going to break them down.
Remember, we got 4 things, huh?
4 core ingredients of kindness.
Let's see what we got. Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, we'll just go back and forth if you want.
Okay.
What's the first one?
The first one is gentleness.
Ooh, gentleness.
First thing is gentleness. It says when you're operating from kindness, you're careful how you treat your spouse, never being unnecessarily harsh. You're sensitive, tender. Even if you need to say hard things, you'll bend over backwards to make your rebuke or challenge as easy to hear as possible.
Wow.
You speak the truth in love.
Wow. That's
So the
so
very
true.
first thing is gentleness. Being gentle.
And I love that part that says speaking the truth in love, because I think a lot of people think that when you give somebody some truth, that it's got to be like it's got to be harsh and it's got to be hard, and but you don't. You can really speak the truth in a loving way, and I think people receive it better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next one. Next one is helpfulness. Helpfulness. It says being kind means you meet the needs of the moment. If it's housework, you get busy. A listening ear, you give it. Kindness graces a wife with the ability to serve her husband without worrying about her rights. Kindness makes a kind husband courteous to discover what his wife needs and then motivates him to be the one who steps up and ensure those needs are met, even if his are put on hold. Wow, that's really good. And that definitely helps. And I have seen over the years that that's definitely something that my husband tries to do for me, and tries to help me as much as he can, and is always ready to listen to me. And I appreciate that. I really, really do. Next one.
Willingness. Mm-hmm.
Willingness.
It says the kindness inspires you to be agreeable. Instead of being obstinate, reluctant, or stubborn, you cooperate, you stay flexible. Rather than complaining and making excuses, you look for reasons to compromise and accommodate. A kind husband ends thousands of potential arguments by his willingness to listen first rather than demand his way. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Willingness is the next one. Was the one he just read. This one says initiative. Kindness thinks ahead, then takes the first step. It doesn't sit around to be prompted or coerced before getting off the couch. The kind husband or wife will be the one who greets first, smiles first, serves first, and forgives first. They don't require the other to get his or her act together before showing love. When acting from kindness, you see the need and then you make a move first. Wow, that's really good. I really like this part that said they don't require others to get their act together before showing love. Because I think sometimes we do that in relationships. I think sometimes we're like, once you start acting like this, then I'm going to act like that. Then you ain't acting right, so I ain't acting right. But that's not how God wants us to do. He wants us to be the first one to do what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, I like the part about willingness.
Yeah.
And the part that says the kind husband ends thousands, y'all.
Thousands.
of potential arguments by his willingness to listen first rather than demand his way.
Amen.
One thing I had to learn was, as a man, you can be right? And you can prove that you're right? Right. You can prove that you're right 3-4 different ways. She say I'm wrong. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. I'm wrong. Still wrong. So you gotta figure out what is actually going on. You know what I'm saying? Is it just trying to win an argument? Is it something that I'm missing here?
Right.
Some type of thing like that. But you gotta figure it out. But many times I realize that you can be right, and women too. You can be right many times and be able to prove that you're right and have a very logical explanation to why it should be that way or why you feel this way, why it is right. And you take all feelings out, all of those things. But one thing I learned about being a man and being with a person that you love is that, hey, if they feel like you're wrong, try to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it. Just try to figure it out. You know, just don't sit there and be like, I'm right, I proved it, done deal. 3 different ways I done proved it.
Right.
It's logical. It makes sense. The whole 9. You know, let's say you're wrong. You're wrong. You say I'm wrong. Well, I'm wrong. So, tell me how I'm wrong.
Right.
You know, that's it. Tell me how I'm wrong. That's the case.
Right. That's a good word, babe. That's definitely a good word. And I definitely think when you're in a relationship, if you learn how to agree to disagree, to know that sometimes you're not always going to think the same. And what's right for me is right for me. That's my truth. But what's right for you is your truth. So there's your truth, my truth, and the truth. You know what I mean? So we have to learn that. And then I have realized that there's a lot of times where I feel like I'm so right about something. But you know what? I'm willing to respect my husband and be like, if that's how you feel, even though I don't see it that way, I'm riding with you. I want to make this relationship work. I want to have give and take. And I don't, even if I know I'm right in a situation, I don't always have to prove I'm right in a situation. So that's something you might want to think about too.
Yeah, that's really nice. Because a lot of times, just like you said, okay, cool. You're right. Or cool, I'm right. Or cool, it doesn't even matter. Right. The thing is, if it does get to that point, whenever it does, it should be real easy to accept both sides of the same story.
Right.
You know,
that's so true.
It doesn't necessarily mean there's any fault to be put anywhere, any blame
doesn't mean
to be
anybody's
put.
wrong. Yeah.
Don't mean anybody wrong or anything like that.
That's right.
You believe one way, cool. I believe a different way. It should be cool.
Yeah.
You know, so.
That's right. You got to give your partner grace to be them and know that they're not you. So definitely, that was great, babe. All right, let's see if we can. I guess we'll just get over there and. I don't know if you see any gems that you want to read right there. If not, we are gonna go ahead and go to the dare. Y'all, we at 12 minutes. We did good. We starting to get it down. If you guys like longer videos, let us know. If you guys are trying the Love Dare, comment below. If you're following along with us, comment below. We want to know. We want to know what you guys are doing, how it's helping your relationship. It takes time, guys. It's not gonna happen overnight, but I want you to commit to the 40 days. Commit to the 40 days and just see what happens in your relationship. I can guarantee it's gonna be good. So we're gonna see if there's anything else on this page, and if not, we go into the dare.
We go into the dare. All right. So let me see. I found something here.
Okay.
That's pretty interesting. It says, "Don't wait for your spouse to be kind first." Okay.
That's good.
So just be kind.
Just do it, even if they ain't doing it, man.
That's it.
Man, if that ain't Jesus, I don't know what is. That's Jesus love right there.
So it says, it is difficult to demonstrate love when you feel little to no motivation. But love, in its truest sense, is not based on feelings.
Woo!
Rather, love determines to show thoughtful actions even when there seems to be no reward.
Wow.
You will never learn to love until you learn to demonstrate kindness.
Wow. So they go hand in hand. If you're not a nice person, I'm not even going to say a nice person in regular life. If you're not a nice person to your spouse at home, then they're probably not going to feel that love from you. That just comes with it. When you love somebody, you want to be kind to them. Nobody wants a wife that's coming home and just every day is just, you don't feel any kind of love. Nobody wants that. And everybody's relationship is different, but I do love that. That was a perfect point that he pointed out because I think a lot of people think that love runs on feelings, emotions, and it doesn't. True love is a choice. There's going to be more days of your life that are just regular days, and if you're not good with just going through with that person, then it's not going to work out. If you're always chasing a feeling, like I'm chasing this butterfly feeling in my soul, I'm chasing it. No, it's a decision and it's a choice. That flutter on my heart. Yeah, I'm chasing it, and luckily I'm blessed because 13 years later I still have the flutter. But I'm just saying that there are a lot of days where things are just regular and you have to not go off your feelings. It's maybe I don't feel as nice or I don't feel like we're getting along, but I still choose to be in this relationship, and he still chooses. So that's what we got to do. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Dare number 2. So, dare number 2, babe.
Day 2. In addition to saying nothing negative to your spouse again today,
Addition to saying nothing negative.
do at least one unexpected gesture.
Yep. We had this conversation about that word.
Okay, it's gesture.
I like
man,
it. You can say
it's a G, but
you can say gesture.
man,
You can say gesture. I know
it's
what you
a gesture,
mean.
you
I know what you mean. Don't worry about it. No, I know exactly what you mean. That's exactly right.
So do at least one unexpected gesture as an act of kindness.
Wow. So in addition to not saying anything negative to your spouse, you're going to do an additional gesture as an act of kindness. So that could be, if you know your wife is like, I ain't trying to do dishes, and I'm just like throwing that out there, which is not right. But like something like that, dishes.
Yeah, so
if your husband's
see what
like,
I'm gonna be doing
hey,
a little bit,
he's like, if your husband, and he doesn't have to do that.
It goes a long way though.
It does. If you can, if your husband's like, hey, I need you to pick something up for me or something like that. It doesn't have to be monetary value. It could be just something to help the other person. So think on that and let us know how you do. We appreciate y'all for like tuning into our channel. We're a brand new YouTube page. We only have like a couple of subscribers and like we only have a couple of subscribers, but that's okay. We just started. Yeah, we just started. So we appreciate it, and we are here because we want to talk to people about building godly relationships. This is how we're going to heal our community too. And we want this for not just our community, but we want this for everybody. Everybody can benefit from this. So we hope you enjoyed this video. We will be back with Love Dare number 3 tomorrow. So like, comment, subscribe, let us know what you guys want. And we will be happy to continue to do that and see if we can get some videos in. So definitely thank you for tuning in to T.
I was supposed to do the next part.
Let's try it again. T.
And T.
T. N. And then we both go T. All right. T.
N.
T. Both, but that was both of us together. All right, one more time. T.
It's dynamite, boy.
All right, y'all. Good night. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful night. And peace.